And I ask the board chair to invite for the address of the JKA.
Members of the JKA, otoria tukumenyithitie muthenya wa muthi, muthenya wa tabarira ya muisho ya mwaka uyu wa 2023 ya kwigangara. We have the state of the JKA address mwaka wa 2023, and I hereby invite our section to take the podium atirithie mutaratara agituhe haria kiama kirugameire na uria mwaka uhana na maundu maria turatanya tukiingira 2024. Section.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much indeed, honorable members of the JKA. Indeed, cream de la cream leadership of the January Kwendio Association that have been diligently serving from the top. And indeed, those that have been in support system, I greet you with greetings of felicitation this afternoon, this festive season. As your section, it is my honor and duty to deliver the situation of the standing of the JKA and our situation as we are right now. Fellow members, it has not been a walk in the park. Indeed, since our inception of the JKA, we have had not one but numerous challenges that we have overcome moving forward. Fellow members, our foundation has been marred by waves, tides, and indeed rough paths. But together, honorable members, we have been able to swim the tides. We have swum in great oceans and are not about to drown in the swamps, honorable members. As your Secretary General, I could not be any more proud to lead the more resilient people. People of sound mind, people of resilience, people of determination, and people of dexterous agility. It is these like these of members that we are proud of and look at our foundation and feel a sense of belonging. It is that inception of members that decide to go out of their way and indeed use their finances, their physical power to support and sustain our foundation, honorable members. As your Secretary General, it is indeed a pleasure to serve you these years, and having been maintained as a Secretary General by a majority of our membership, democratically put in place by our honorable membership. Our board chair has never been any more likable. Majority of our membership feel and understand and completely concur that indeed he should serve another consecutive 16 years of his remaining tenure as was. We have not received any complaints of the functionality or the service delivery of our board chair, and he did laud his effort at keeping our foundation afloat. And indeed, as the cream de la cream suggests that we round off the 16 years to another 20-year tenure. As you are aware, honorable members, the office of the board chair and the Secretary General are inseparable. So the Secretary General office as well concurrently shall run for another 20 years under the current leadership of the JKA. Honorable members, we are proud to announce that despite the tough economic times, not only here but the global crunch, we have managed to stay afloat. Our resilient spirit has seen us come from far. And indeed, thank every member for your prayers in kind and your support psychologically, even spiritually, to keep our foundation afloat. It is indeed in the delight of those who plant trees on whose shade they will never delight that we celebrate our membership. Our leadership has by far and large been a model. We have had visiting delegations to benchmark on how to properly run a foundation. We recently had delegations from the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have received delegations from the Republic of India who came to benchmark and see firsthand how effectively to run a foundation like the JKA. So, fellow members, ours is a global reputation that we intend to maintain and sustain. And indeed, with members that are resilient as you are, we are aware that the days ahead could only be better. As we close 2023, we are proud of our achievements. Despite our heavy economic turmoils, we have come from far. Sorry, honorable members. Honorable members, there have been accusations of misappropriation of funds of which no member has been able to contribute. We dare ask which funds these are that we are accused of eating. And commensurately, we shall be making announcements in the onset of the year 2024-2025 that shall see us take a different course as our foundation to move forward and be competitive in a new world order. Pursuant to this, honorable members, I wish to make the following announcements in regard to the management of our JKA. The office of the Honorable Board Chair, as I have intimated and indeed mentioned earlier, has now an extended tenure of 20 years. We look forward to the next generation of leadership from the next board chair who shall take office in 2043. The office of the Secretary hence remains commensurate and shall run concurrently with that of the board chair, and that remains as status quo. Indeed, our security department and interior has outdid itself. Their performance has been exemplary and can only be lauded as global and acceptable. So Engineer Tash shall be sustained as the security head and interior and internal coordination of the JKA. Our financial department, led by John Miano, has bore the biggest brunt from members and indeed critics and pundits of the JKA. John Miano has, however, maintained a straight face and indeed managed to keep the foundation, the JKA, afloat by using his intellect and far more experience that he has. We are maintaining him as our head of finance. Pursuant to that, honorable members, we shall create a sub-department in the finance department which shall be dubbed debt management and handling. As we speak, this position is open for applications. This shall help us manage our numerous debts that have seen our assets almost being put under receivership. We are calling upon members to apply for this position. It is not a very small position. The challenges in this position come with fire and large. So we are looking for a new person who will manage our debt crisis that has been seeing us crunch even more. Fellow members, the office of the Chief Whip has been a burden on the JKA. Financing it has been a problem, and we have decided as a JKA to privatize this department. We are therefore calling upon bids of members who would like to take up this department, and the privatization process shall be railed and heralded by Monica, who is the current head of the Chief Whip's department. That office is up for privatization. The Hansard and Records office shall also be privatized. This office, led by a gallant lady called Morena Dylan, has by far and large been an economic burden as well. We are calling upon stakeholders to take it up and indeed lessen the burden to the JKA Foundation. We cannot continue having tenants in the January Plaza who are not paying rent. We are therefore saying that the January Plaza as well is on offer to the highest bidder. We shall have a bilateral agreement with the person who shall acquire our plaza so that we may be able to invest the monies elsewhere. The office of the organizing secretary has been led by a lackluster, reluctant, and non-committal member by the name of Budhiawauba. We are forthwithly firing him and dropping him immediately. This office is therefore vacant. And we shall look for a suitable candidate to replace Budhiawauba. The legal and advisory committee led by Mushinawa Kumist Water is intact. We have had heavy resource coming from that gentleman, Mushinawa Kumist, and intellect that has helped our foundation stay afloat. The election and advisory board led by George Kuria and Garoya Jr. has also registered lackluster moribund, and it's a house of cards that was meant to come down. It was a bubble, and I'm led by these two Mumbo Jambos. We are therefore scrapping the two and recalling them back to the main office for further instructions. Tolerance in the JKA cannot be stretched any further, honorable members. The Election and Advisory Board has not formulated any policy for any near elections in the future. So the two moribund, hogwash, non-committal, ineffective, and near functional useless officers are scrapped. Office of the Digital Content Creator led by Mudhoniwa Digital has registered remarkable growth of the JKA. Our visibility, honorable members, spans from the River Limpopo to the Antarctic coast. We are known as the JKA from the highlands of Witwatersrand, where gold is mined, to the great areas of the Siberian tiger. Our name is up there. When you visit Tennessee, the JKA is known. This office has had a very remarkable, effective, and committed leader by the name of Mudhoniwa Digital. We are maintaining her and also maintaining our office, and even furthermore, pursuant to this, elevating Mudhoniwa Digital to be the new PRO of the JKA, the Public Relations Officer. We are forever grateful to members and officials who make us known, because they will work hand in hand with the Deputy Department to make sure our debtors go easy on us. We managed to borrow more. Fellow members, it has not been an easy year. Fellow members, these are not easy times. Fellow members, it could only get better. Fellow members, our spirit must always be focusing on the goal. Fellow members, we must not lose track. Fellow members, negative energy and complaints will not take us anywhere. It is energy that we will put into positive use that will help our foundation not only stay afloat but grow, and indeed grow in measures and leaps. The changes we have announced take effect immediately by midnight today. Those officers that have been relieved of their duties are not allowed to report to their offices from now henceforth. Secretary General of the JKA signed by the board chair, the security interior engineer Tash. That's the security address, the state of the JKA address 2023. We shall be announcing more in the coming years. God bless you. God bless the JKA. Asanteni sana. Asante sana jamani. Thank you. Thank you. Asante sana. Thank you. Asanteni. Asanteni sana. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to our honorable members. Asanteni. Asante.
Like, 54.